Welcome! So today we're going to dive into what I'm calling the modern business playbook. Think of it as a guide for navigating the super complex, but also really exciting world of business growth right now.
So, let me ask you this. You've got the vision, right? The passion, the product, it's all there. But when you look out at the huge global market, the actual path to get there seems, well, a little fuzzy, doesn't it? It's a feeling almost every entrepreneur has had. So, how do you find your way?
Okay, before we even start looking for the map, we have to understand the terrain. And for any business today, that terrain is filled with some very common and very real challenges.
I mean, let's be real. The global marketplace is absolutely packed with competitors. To actually stand out, to be truly competitive, you need more than just a great product. You need a strategy that's razor sharp. So, you need to expand. You probably need some kind of digital transformation. But which market should you go into first? What tech do you actually need? Trying to figure all this out can feel like you're solving a giant puzzle in the dark.
And here's where so many businesses get stuck. Trying to be an expert in everything, strategy, technology, marketing, all at once, it's just a monumental task. And you know what? It's why a lot of brilliant ideas stall out. It's not a lack of vision, it's a lack of integrated support.
So, if going it alone is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's about making a shift in your thinking. It's not about just hiring consultants. It's about finding a true strategic partner.
A modern strategic partner isn't someone you just call up for a one-time report. No, they are an integrated part of your team. They're weaving together those three critical threads, strategy, tech, and marketing, into one single cohesive plan for your whole growth journey.
Now, to make this idea really concrete, let's look at a real-world example, a company called Trade and Investment Bangladesh, or T&Ib for short. Their mission statement really gets to the heart of this. It's not about quick fixes, it's about being a long-term partner in creating growth that actually lasts. Okay, so what does a partnership like that actually look like day to day? A firm like T&I brings a whole toolkit to the table, and we can pretty much break it down into four essential parts. First up, you've got the foundation. Business consultancy. This is like the strategic brain of the whole operation. Because, before you can build a website or run a single ad, you've got to know who you are, where you're going, and exactly how you plan to get there. And this involves the whole shebang, from high-level mentorship right down to the nitty-gritty of export support. And crucially, it's also about making those connections. Matchmaking with buyers, recruiting dealers, finding the distributors who will actually get your product to the customers. Next, we've got the digital backbone of any modern company, IT services. In today's world, let's face it, your digital presence isn't just a part of your business. For a lot of your customers, it is your business.
What's so important to get here is that this isn't just about having a pretty website. It's about building a professional, secure digital storefront. It's handling all that maintenance and, super important, making sure that when people are searching for solutions you offer, they actually find you through powerful SEO. All right, so once your digital home is built and ready to go, you need to invite people over, right? That's where digital marketing comes in. This is the engine that's going to reach and engage your audience. This covers everything from building a community on social media to reaching out directly through things like WhatsApp and email. It's about running targeted promotions on huge platforms like Facebook and YouTube, and then using all the data from Google Ads and analytics to make sure every single dollar is being spent effectively. And finally, this fourth pillar is all about addressing those unique, specific needs that don't really fit neatly into the other boxes. These are the kinds of specialized services that can really make all the difference. So this could be anything from a super deep dive market research project for a big decision to creating professional materials like brochures or even really specific things like managing online campaigns. It's really about covering all the bases, no matter what they are.
Now, a toolkit is only as good as the results it gets. So does this whole integrated approach actually work? Well, let's look at the impact through the words of the clients themselves. Take a look at this feedback from the CEO of a Canadian company. He points out three key things: strategic insight, market understanding, and hands-on support. That combination? That is exactly what a true partner brings to the table. And for them, it led directly to stronger business relationships. And here's another voice, also from Canada. Notice the themes again: responsiveness, clear communication, and a deep understanding of how business works across borders. For any company trying to go global, that kind of expertise isn't just helpful, it's absolutely essential. It adds, like they said, real value.
And this isn't just talk, by the way. This work has a real global footprint. We're talking projects supporting initiatives from Malaysia and Djibouti all the way to programs in Assam, India. This is proof that the concept works in the real world. So let's just zoom out for a second and look at the main takeaway from all of this. What's the one big idea that we should all be leaving with today? The modern business playbook really isn't about finding different consultants for strategy and for tech and for marketing. Real, sustainable growth, the kind that lasts, comes from integrating all three. This kind of holistic support isn't a luxury for big corporations anymore. It's the core engine for any business that wants to thrive.
And that leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Whether you're just starting out or you're leading a seasoned company, what's the missing piece in your growth puzzle? What's that one partnership, that perfect blend of strategy, tech, and marketing that you need to really unlock your business's full potential?